Gacha games have exploded in popularity, with many offering deep stories, beautiful landscapes, and sometimes, more often than not, painful RNG. And with that rise in popularity, there came a lot of trash games, a lot of gooner games, but there also came a few amazing ones. And I made it my mission to find exactly those gems. And for that I went through all the good and bad. So you don't have to go through any of that dog shit and pain that I had to go through trying to find out which games are actually worth playing. Now, quick disclaimer, this list is based on personal opinion, therefore if you have a different opinion, opinions can vary. So for that I beg for a civilized discussion in the comments down below. That said, let's get right into the biggest money grab of them all.
Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
On Raid Shadow Legends.
This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
This game is just ass. I played this game a lot. And I played it the way they intended it to be played. Well, don't worry about me, guys, I'm a changed man. But do you know who didn't change? Raid Shadow Legends. This game still sucks. The second you log in, they just spam you with pop-up after pop-up after pop-up after pop-up, with bundles that are adjusted to your specific spending habits. Raid Shadow Legends, F tier. What? No! No!
Over here.
Now, how the fuck does a game that has gameplay like this have such a good story? Genuinely, I don't get it. I don't get it. I got it recommended. I played it. I was like, it can't be that good, right? And bam, it broke me. Goddess of Victory, Nikke, like, it's insanely good. Like, why is it so good? Why is it so good? It pisses me off, right? It genuinely pisses me off that the plot is just so good. It's so good. Why is it a gooner game? Why can't they make a normal game that has such a good plot? Goddess of Victory, Nikke would be S tier if it wasn't a gooner game. Generally, I have to still take some points away from it because of the gameplay, right? The plot is just immaculate, but it is going to be A tier, right? Generally, if you want good plot, play this game. You're not going to regret it. S tier. Now, but jokes aside, ZZZ is great and all, but listen guys, okay? You're not gonna beat the gooner allegations with this one. At some point, you just gotta accept who you are, and that's a gooner game. And hey, if that's who you are, that's okay. A tier for Zenless Zone Zero.
How rude. This is not how we greet people here. Allow me to demonstrate the proper etiquette.
Now on to Wuthering Waves, and as you guys can see already in the background, the aesthetics are amazing in this game, right? And I have to give my flowers to this game because honestly it has improved so much since its release, right? And during its release it felt dull, the characters were kind of mid, the story was mid. I didn't like it at all, but it has improved so much. They added so many quality of life features as well. The new characters actually look alive and don't look just like some 4-star characters all. But I have one big issue, and that is, for fuck's sake, man, what are these Wuthering Waves content creators, man? They are the biggest glazers I've ever seen, ever in a gacha industry. Like, what the fuck? They cannot take any criticism. They cannot take it. There's someone who says, oh, all the characters, you couldn't decide if they're 4 stars or 5 stars, and they'd be like, yeah, that's a good thing that you can't see which ones are 4 star and 5 stars. That's what the Wuthering Waves creators are saying. And I agree, it would be a good thing if you would think all of them are 5 stars. But guess what? It looked like during its release that all of them are 4 star. They were so generic. And then they keep glazing the fact that the weapon banner is guaranteed, that you get your weapon guaranteed. But it's awful. Why? Because the weapons that you get for your specific character are so much better than every other alternative that you're almost forced to pull on that weapon banner to play your character on a good level. Like, what? How is that a good thing? Oh well, you know, they make the limited time weapons for the limited time characters so busted compared to the other options that you kinda need to pull, but guess what? It's a good thing because, hey, it's a guaranteed weapon banner, so if you pull, you will get the weapon. What the fuck are you talking about? Nah, man. Like, the glazing needs to stop. It's A+, okay? It has potential to go S, but it is just overhyped. It is way too much glazing, and honestly, not gonna lie, without the holograms, you know, subtract the holograms, the endgame bosses from this game, and it's just another Genshin Impact. I said it. I said what I said. Come at me if you want to. I don't care. A+ tier. A+ tier. Following Wuthering Waves, I have Tower of Fantasy. Now, Tower of Fantasy, honestly, when I was thinking about making this list, I wanted to have Tower of Fantasy on this just to be able to slander a game. I just wanted to slander Tower of Fantasy. But when I played this game again for this list, I was like, damn, this game pleasantly surprised me. Like, it looks gorgeous, it has good exploration, and the gameplay is great as well. The main issue that really is, I feel like they have some budget issues because of all the scandals they had during its release. They have budget issues, they have player issues, and I don't know how long this game is going to be running or if it's going to come to an end of service within the next few years. And that's the only negative point. Sadly, it's a very good game. It's a very good game. It turned out to be so much better than during its release. It looks beautiful, right? The aesthetics, the gameplay, it's also good. But I just cannot, in my right mind, recommend you guys a game that I'm not certain how long it's going to be surviving in the future. Sadly, because of that, I have to give it a B tier, right? Because I'm not sure how long it's going to survive, if they can up these numbers slowly, if they have something of an insurance. Otherwise, I would even give it an A+. Now on to Eminence of Shadow, Master of Garden.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Now this is probably the worst game I've ever played, and I've played Overwatch 2. F tier. Now, Azur Lane, I do not have much to say about it, as it wasn't really my cup of tea and I only played it in anticipation of making this tier list. Now, while going into it with the mindset of being a Gunner game, it couldn't really surprise me like Nikke did, right? I did go into this game with the same mindset as I had with Nikke, but it didn't really surprise me. I thought it was good, you know. It's relatively free-to-play friendly when I talk to the players. For a gacha game, of course, it has high emphasis on the skins selling, and also that the devs really listen to its community and care about its community, which is why they have such a loyal community as well. Now, the thing is, for people wondering what do, you basically collect battleships, and you go to battle with these battleships, and oh, maybe I forgot to mention, yes, of course. All of these battleships are, of course, a bunch of baddies. All of them female. I wonder why. If you're down bad enough, you can even marry these battleships to get some stat boosts. Yes, you heard it right. You can marry your waifus or shipfus, one might say. And that already gives you quite a good impression of what this game is. It's a Gunner game, right? Nothing special to me, with its positive sides being the devs, really. C tier.
起きろ世の兵士をアンデッドにお前たちもすぐに俺の影にしてもちろんお前も
Next up, solo leveling, and this is the opposite with the devs. I don't like the devs at all. I think, first up, as stated earlier, I'm not specifically fond of gachas based off TV series, and Solo Leveling Arise is no exception to this. It's a decent game, with decent combat, with decent graphics and all, and if you're a big Solo Leveling fan, you might consider playing it. But overall, I have one big issue with Solo Leveling, and it's quite a big one, and that is just way too predatory. Like, they spam you with discounts, they spam you with pop-ups. Everywhere there's these discounts where they try to lure you in, and these discounts are actually giving you such an edge over a free-to-play player that as a free-to-play player you wouldn't be able to keep up at all. And yeah, it just made me feel like I'm playing Raid Shadow Legends all over again, which is why it's C tier on a good day. That's just it. C tier on a good day for Solo Leveling Arise.
What a beautiful morning. Time for my perfect master to start her immaculate day. As a connoisseur, she speaks her mind.
Perfect.
As an overseer, she keeps her word.
No.
And as an artist, she pursues the superlative. Though occasionally, she can be somewhat impulsive.
Oh, Honkai Star Rail, what am I supposed to do with you? This game's giving me a headache. As you saw from the intro, the character designs are just amazing, but man, you know, 1 year ago, probably easy S tier for me. Half a year ago or a few months ago, went to A tier. Too much power creep. Nowadays, even they address the power creep, but it doesn't seem to change at all, right? Maybe it's between A and B tier now. They want to introduce global passives. Like, what is this BS coming in? Like, global passives? You gotta be kidding me. So you just and if that comes through, you might as well just put it in the garbage bin into F tier, honestly. Like, it deserves actually some ratings down, thinking about it, just for the simple idea that they have with that global passives. Now, I'll be generous here for the beginning. I'll be generous and give it barely an A tier. Barely. But you gotta step it up, Hoyo, with Honkai Star Rail. You gotta give the players some more love and stop pushing the boundaries. We know you guys love pushing boundaries, but please, don't ruin this game, okay? It's barely A tier, really, on the verge of A tier. Following up with the predecessor of Honkai Star Rail, we have Honkai Impact. Now, Honkai Impact has a massive success, right? It's been almost standing strong for a decade by now. While it's a good game, that's exactly what it is. It's a good game, but it competes in art style and gameplay wise with a lot of the new banger games that came out, with a lot of these high quality gachas that came out throughout the last couple of years, which is why I'm gonna give it a B tier. It's somewhere between B and A tier, it can be argued, but for this list I'll just put it into B tier. Now on to the most polarizing gacha of them all, Genshin Impact. Some people love it, some people hate it.
I feel bad for Genshin Impact players.
So what was my experience with Genshin Impact as a day one Genshin player and fellow returnee to Genshin after a 3-year break of Genshin Impact? Now let my friend here tell you guys how Genshin Impact felt during its release.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
But how does the game feel nowadays, after I had a 3-year break and came back? Let me tell you, the game, just like back in the days, still lacks some major quality of life changes, such as the lack of mobility or the inability to skip the story, which both can be very frustrating. That said though, for me, myself, it didn't really bother me that much, because I really enjoy Genshin's story and its exploration. And its exploration of the world of Teyvat just feels calming. When you look at the wild nature of Teyvat, you know, you see the beautiful landscapes, it's just calming. Especially to me as a League of Legends player, this feeling of peace was a big contrast of what I'm used to. Playing Genshin Impact just feels peaceful, you know, with its beautiful sights, its calm music. It's still for me to this day exactly what a gacha game is supposed to be. And that's not a game like Elden Ring or Sekiro, no. But it's a game in which you can just log on after a long day of work, play a bit and just forget your worries. For that reason mainly, but also of course for its story, its team building, its characters, and its well-polished world, Genshin Impact is going to be on top of S tier. As for me, Genshin Impact is exactly what a gacha game should be.
Really? Right, the counterattack.
Yes, so guys, right, Lionheart would not be ready to go if the all was not on counter set.
If it wasn't a counter arrow, wait, he's losing from arrow.
Yeah, and now, what was his game is about to be over.
Here is... Oh my god, with the defense on too much, he can't survive. Oh my god, and their 13's gone! Oh. Phantom!
Now Epic 7 is arguably the best PvP gacha there is. It's the main selling point I have for this gacha, but at the same time it is the worst part about the gacha as well, with the RTA arena. I played it for a few months, for hundreds of hours, trying to catch up with people that played it for 6 years, right? I played. It is easy to keep up with lower gear and not all the meta characters in the lower 90%, right? You can keep up to the top 10% of players. You can keep up like that easily by just skill gapping them. But if you're someone who's very competitive, like I am, you will have to be able, you will need to play this game like 6 to 1 year, probably around a year, right? Collecting gear, spending a lot of money to get all the meta characters that you need to actually be able to play good drafts into certain drafts. If you really if you're really competitive, you need certain units to counter others, otherwise you just don't have an answer. But yeah, it is very much a problem. The only reason you play is for RTA, but to be able to keep up with the best of the best, you would need to play the game at least 1 year. And why would I play a game for 1 year, spend so much time, so much money to actually get to play the game that I want to play only 1 year later? And on top of that, there's a big issue I have with Epic 7, and that is, I think they get away with a lot of stuff that Genshin Impact used to get away. And that is, they have no competition really in what they're doing, in how they're doing it, right? In the art style and everything. That's why I think they get away with murder, because it's super predatory. Like, they have a lot of quality of life changes after 6 years that are still not implemented into the game. They have kept certain resources on the lower spectrum of the game on purpose, so they can monetize these resources. And I just don't like it. I just can't stand behind this. I hate that. I just hate it. I don't like it, and this is why it gets a B tier. Now let's go into AFK Journey and AFK Arena. Now at first you think, oh cool, it's easy to access characters, you know. You have high rates, you have a lot of pulls, you can get your characters relatively easy. But the problem is, you need so many copies of these characters to actually level them up to a high level, that at some points it's just becoming very frustrating to just pull over and over for the same character. But I have to say, if you like the art style, I don't think there is anything like it in the space with such high quality as well. So I can recommend you trying both of them and then just see which one you like more. I personally think AFK Journey is better. I like it a lot, but the recent ads I saw just made me feel disappointed. Why are you making Gooner ads? I don't think it should be a Gooner game at all, which is why I have to take points away from the game, sadly, and I'll put it in B tier simply because of these ads. These ads are just pissing me off, I'll be honest. They're pissing me off. As for AFK Arena, 1 tier below, C tier. Next up, Watcher of Realms. Now, Watcher of Realms art style is more to a realistic type of art style, like Raid Shadow Legends has, but gameplay wise completely different, as it's a tower of defense game. Now initially I was drawn to the game because of its high quality graphics, but the fact that it was a tower defense game kept me a bit skeptical. But after I played it, I realized that this is the biggest strength of the game at all. Being a tower of defense game, it allows for so much theory crafting, for so much strategy for the game, which I really like. And also, one of the biggest pluses that I have to say about this game are the devs, because the devs actively listen to the community and they provide one quality of life change after another. It's a plus tier for me at the moment, but I think with high chance of a potential S tier in future. And if you play Raid Shadow Legends, I'll be honest, scrap Raid, and just go to Watcher of Realms. You will not regret it. It's even better graphics than Raid. It's better gameplay. It's better devs. Now on to One Piece Treasure Cruise, one that many of you guys might not even have heard of, but it's been standing strong for over a decade now, and it has a special place in my heart as it was my first gacha I ever played. And the best part about it was its just vast roster, its team building options, giving you a ton of different team comps, a lot of theory crafting. As someone who loves theory crafting, this game was perfect. Like, I was just sitting there, you know, hours in front of the damage calculator, thinking of team comps, thinking of ways to make certain team comps work that shouldn't be possible and such, and just pulling for new characters together with my friends was peak as well, which is why for me One Piece Treasure Cruise OPTC, while many of you guys might not have heard of, but it's very unique, it's very good, it's gonna be S tier for me. I have to admit though, there is some nostalgia there, right? There is definitely some nostalgia in that ranking, but that is fine for me as the memories I have to this game are just amazing. Next up we have Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle. Just like OPTC, another game based on an anime. I tried it during a similar time as OPTC. Now OPTC as well and Dragon Ball, they've been standing for a long time, but I think Dragon Ball just didn't catch me. I think you only are gonna play this game if you're a big Dragon Ball fan. Other than that, you're probably gonna scrap it. But it's just gameplay just didn't cut it for me. C tier. Girls Frontline 2. Come on, let's be honest, guys. It's a decent game, it's a Gooner game, but honestly, after testing so many games, I have to say, if you want the Gooner game, just go for Nikke. If you want the open world Gooner game, go for Zenless Zone Zero. Girls Frontline 2, Gooner game. Basta. This concludes the list. Now, before you complain about my Genshin placement, make sure to subscribe as it increases your summoning luck. Let me know what you guys would have placed differently and why. And with that said, play the trailer.
Next week on Ronaldo Plays.
Today's game apparently has the best plot out of all of the gachas. But is it really as good as you guys been telling me? Only one way to find out.
Over here.